covering the Villages for you. Here's Jill Winters and the VNN Lifestyle News Team.
Area veterans continue to volunteer to serve others. Plus, some beautifully decorated trees are all for a good cause. Members of the Vietnam Veterans of America Chapter 1036 took part in their annual tradition this past Friday. They were at Beyond the Walls Food Pantry in Fruitland Park packing 150 Thanksgiving meal bags that will be distributed this week to area residents in need. They have participated in the packing for 10 years now, according to Chapter 1036 member Conrad Fisher. He says the number of people requesting help goes on and on and on, and it's about working for their community. They place canned green beans, corn, yams, and box stuffing along with a cake in each paper bag. Pantry Director Colleen Brooks says they love this veterans group and this is their favorite time of year as they all gather together. She says it's incredible these guys served our country and they are still serving the country today. The group gives the pantry a $5,000 check each year and buys the turkeys to go along with the meal bags. The veterans plan to return to Beyond the Walls Food Pantry December 15th to pack Christmas meals. Learn more about how this veterans group and others are giving back for the holidays, starting on the front page of Wednesday's Daily Sun. The Wildwood Soup Kitchen received a large bump in donations last year, which allowed them to create a neighbor-to-neighbor program to help serve even more people in need.
We currently serve or give home deliveries to people outside the villages in Oxford, Wildwood, Bushnell, Webster, and Coleman. We also would like to help people in the villages. The problem is in the villages we don't have drivers to serve the people in the villages. North Lake Presbyterian Church, the homebound program, will go down as far as 466A, but below 466A we don't have anybody there to help. We have the resources here, but not the drivers. So my thought is if we could get a neighbor that has a neighbor that's in need, that they could tell me about it, and then we would provide the food, and then that neighbor can take the food to their neighbor that needs it. There's people that end up getting out of the hospital, go to rehab, and after they get out of rehab, they go home and they can't fend for themselves. So the medical home health care will call me and ask for help. Well, I can't help. We don't have the resources for drivers. So, but my thought is if we could get some neighbors that will help their neighbors, so we'll call it neighbors to neighbors, that we can then provide the food that's necessary for the people that are coming home from medical conditions. So I am doing the neighbor to neighbor myself. And I think that if I get more people doing that, it would make a big difference. We in the villages are so blessed. We have had such a great place to live, and giving back to our neighborhood is really a big part of why I do what I do. And I'm sure other people would feel the same way. During the COVID, we received lots of donations. It was a really lucrative time. Since COVID has really waned away, we have less donations coming in. And we still do really good, and we have 100% volunteers. There's no one here that gets paid. We all volunteer our time and resources to be able to make this happen.
If you would like to be a driver, you know a neighbor that is in need of meals, or you want to make a donation, you can call Barbara at 352-299-6494. After this short break, we'll get you ready for some holiday festivities.
I'm Daria here with your Recreation Roundup. Have you wanted to learn to play a new sport, make a one-of-a-kind craft, or enjoy a new activity with fellow residents? You can learn to do it all through monthly socials hosted by the Village's Recreation and Parks Department. Activities include crafting projects, sports, various card games, physical exercises, and much more. Socials are held daily based on the scheduled activity and location. The social calendar will be shared on the back of the Recreation publication and online at our website. Registration opens on Thursday, November 30th for all the upcoming offerings during the month of December. Remember that you can always register online at districtgov.org or by visiting any at your service location.
I love fishing and being on the water. Cancer almost took this away from me. When I was 15, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor. The doctors at UF Health saved my life.
Designation from the National Cancer Institute places the UF Health Cancer Center among the nation's top cancer programs.
Now I'm out fishing with my dad, doing what I love.
When cleaning your air ducts, it's important to clean the entire system. An air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer removes pounds of trapped dirt, dust, and allergens from your home completely. The cleaning improves your home's indoor air quality, keeps your home cleaner longer, and can even improve the efficiency of your HVAC system. We want you to have the cleanest and healthiest indoor air possible, so call for a free inspection today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
The annual Special Olympics Florida Sumter County Festival of Trees has made the lobby at Waterfront Inn in Lake Sumter Landing bright and festive. You can see them all up close right now and even place a bid on them. Ultimately, all funds being raised will support area Special Olympics athletes.
It's so meaningful because people who have intellectual disabilities need to be included, and in all kinds of things, but sports especially. And that's what Special Olympics does. It's basically a sports organization for people with intellectual disabilities, and it helps their family to help them. So it's really a very worthwhile cause. It makes you feel good because you're helping others who need help. And this is a good way to do it. Every year I say, oh gosh, this is the best year, and then the next year comes along and it's a better year. It's that way all the time. It's really great. Well, definitely the tree in the center that's on a rotator. Handmade glass, that's wonderful. We also have a tree that's like an angel that has feathery wings, and it's all silver. It's just phenomenal. And we've got a black and white tree that's great. Lots of other trees that are just marvelous. Hard to choose your favorite one. The trees are up for bid. There's a bid book right here next to the trees. Then there are also some silent auction items that are right behind the trees on the round table. And anybody can make a bid right up to the night of the festival, even at the festival. When the bidding is cut off, then the highest bid gets that particular tree or silent auction item.
The trees will remain on display until early afternoon on December 12th before those trees are taken inside a banquet room for a live auction from 6 to 7 p.m. at the Waterfront Inn for your chance to bid on the trees. All money raised, again, will go to Special Olympics Florida Sumter County athletes. Keeping with the tree theme, a tree lighting festival is happening later this week. The first Villages Tree Lighting Festival of the year is Saturday at Lake Sumter Landing. Activities will start at 4 p.m. with lots to see and do, including the chance to get your picture taken with Santa and Mrs. Claus, while also putting in your Christmas request. Throughout the evening, local performance groups will be doing holiday-themed routines in front of the pavilion, including Mystic Jewels, Sugar and Spice, Hula Ohana, and the Primetime Twirlers. Merry Melodies, a performance brass quartet, will play Christmas music as they stroll around the square. And just before 8 p.m., local musicians will lead the crowd in a holiday sing-along before the tree lights are turned on. And the Sumter County Sheriff's Office will also be collecting new unwrapped gifts for their annual toy drive. All donations will be distributed to underprivileged children living within the Tri-County area.
Here's your VNN 5-day weather.
From the WVLG Weather Center, this is Christopher James with your VNN 5-day forecast. Thanksgiving temperature is going to be around 68 degrees, 67 on Friday. Then this weekend, temperatures are going to bounce back into the 70s. Overnight lows in the mid-50s. There's a 30% chance of showers on Friday afternoon.
For more than 100 years, the National Audubon Society's Christmas bird count has recorded valuable data about the number and species of birds all over the Western Hemisphere. The citizen science effort includes 2 groups here in the Villages, and they are seeking additional volunteers in hopes to provide a snapshot of just how many birds are in the area on the day of the count. Paul Nisko says this is an impressive effort as the Audubon has a database going back 124 years. Paul is a member of the Village Birders. He will be part of the Emeralda Circle, which includes the Emeralda Marsh Conservation Area in Leesburg and some of the villages of Lady Lake. The other local circle is centered on Hogeye Preserve area and includes villages south of County Road 466. Brownwood Birders Vice President Liz Stackenborg says it's logical for them to do a count within the villages because there are areas throughout the community where there is a lot of wildlife. Last year, the Emeralda Circle logged 116 different bird species, while the Villages Circle recorded 118. If you are interested in joining this year's Christmas bird count, take a look at the story in Wednesday's Daily Sun. Coming up next, a Food to Table initiative continues to flourish.
You're always welcome at Cody's.
Follow me right this way.
It's where friends and family meet for fun times and great food.
We enjoy the 2-for-1 happy hour from 11 to 7.
We come here for the amazing nightly entertainment.
Great service and loads of smiles await you at Cody's Original Roadhouse in Brownwood and Lake Sumter Landing.
You want to enjoy your home, we know. To live well is to eat well. Doc's Restorations knows you want a beautiful kitchen to enjoy your favorite meals with your family. Licensed, bonded, and insured, we can make it happen. Bathroom? We work with trusted brands and American-made materials for a squeaky clean result. Family owned and operated for over 14 years, experienced craftsmen and design consultants. We stand on it. We'll make you look like a million. It's up to you what you tell your neighbors. And much more. So relax. Doc's Restorations will take care of it all for you. One company, one source, one solution.
The Villages Grown has been inviting people to explore their innovative hydroponic greenhouses by taking a Villages Grown farm tour. And while on site, you can also visit their unique mobile market to purchase fresh produce too.
I first was introduced to the Airstream at Fenny, when it was at the Fenny Grill area, and also at Loblolly and Longleaf. So I'm not a stranger to the van or to the Airstream, but it's a great idea, and I think there are folks probably haven't discovered the store at Sawgrass, which I'd highly recommend because it's really nice. So it's a great opportunity to get introduced to the product, try some and see what you think. It's incredible because I didn't expect to find the produce that they have and they perform. Now going through the tour, it's even more impressive because it's like nothing else I've ever seen. And I grew up in Wisconsin in the farming area, so I'm familiar with agriculture, but this is not agriculture. Having gone up and down 44 and Morris, past it, and I've always wondered what it's like, so I was really interested in seeing it inside. And I'm impressed by the science. I'm impressed by how meticulous they are and how they produce the product and how they package it and distribute it. And I think it's only going to get bigger. And I'm just hoping that other folks, when they go to the drugs or the grocery store, that they discover it because it's fabulous. I use the microgreens all the time. This is another example of what's happening in the Village area, and being a resident here, I really appreciate the fact that there's lots of things going on, including some really high science items when it comes to growing food. Of course, the entertainment's there and all the other things. So I'm convinced, I'm a believer, and I have two sisters now that live down here as well. So we're almost starting a compound here at the Villages.
It's been a very positive response. So when they go in, they put their ticket, they get their little goodie bag. So when they're done with that, they can come in here and they can shop around and go ahead and add in a few more items. So that way they can have a wonderful, wholesome meal when they get home. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays, our tour hours are from 4 until I believe our last one is at 6:15. So we are open to the public during those days. So they can come in Tuesdays and Wednesdays during the tour times and go ahead and purchase whatever they would like to have for their dinners. So we have our microgreens, we have our heirloom tomatoes, we have our beefsteak tomatoes, we have our variety of lettuces. We just encourage people to come on in and see what our facility, how we operate, so they get that connection to their food.
The tours take about 45 minutes. To schedule a farm tour, you can visit thevillagesentertainment.com, hover on over Ticketed Entertainment, and then click on the Villages Grown Farm Tours. If you're looking for another unique thing to take your visiting friends and families to, don't forget about Glass Bottom Boat Tours. Glass Bottom Boats have been a Silver Spring State Park attraction since the 1870s. While on the large boats, you'll learn about the springs, see a variety of colorful fish, along with ancient Native American and Spanish artifacts and underwater movie props, too. The tours last 30 minutes and they run every 15 minutes, weather permitting. The tours run from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. The cost starts at $12 and there's a $2 state park entrance fee. Just visit silversprings.com to learn more before you go. We'll be back with more news from Florida's friendliest hometown.
Happy Thanksgiving from the staff and management of VNN.
Four.
Hearing loss doesn't have to be this painful.
We can help. Take our 7-day free trial.
Elite Hearing Centers of America. From hearing problems to hearing solutions.
Broadcasting and streaming live from Lake Sumter Landing in a small building with big windows near the water. AM 640, 102.7 and 104.5 FM. Your soundtrack to the Villages. WVLG Wildwood. This is VNN.
Last week, the voices of more than 200 kids filled the gymnasium at the Villages Charter Elementary School in Middleton. They performed the musical Get in the Game. The students began rehearsing back in September, and the cast included an ensemble of 220 4th and 5th graders and about 30 supporting cast members led by 2 lead actresses, Bethany Roy and Zeta Wood. Teacher Andrea Mack says from her administrators and colleagues to their event staff, everyone was excited to be working together to provide the kids with a performance opportunity that brought joy and pride to their hearts and to give the parents the same joy and pride in watching their kids. The next performance at the elementary gym in Middleton is going to be Christmas on Candy Cane Lane, 6:30 p.m. December 20th, presented by first and second graders. There was a doubleheader of Wildwood Middle High School varsity basketball on Tuesday night inside the Woodshed. The Wildcat boys trailed by just 9 points at halftime against Jordan Christian Prep, but their opponent came out firing as they went on a 20-0 run, and Wildwood could not recover as they went on to lose 73-44. First-year head coach Richard Jackson says the moment got too big for his team a couple of times, admitting he has to get them to play through adversity a lot better. He says basketball is a game of runs. Each team will go on a run. You just have to try to limit their run to a few points. Wildwood 8th grader Zayden Garcia led his team with a game-high 18 points in his first regular season varsity game. Next up on the court was the Wildwood girls against Wesley Chapel. Essence Jasper led the way for Wildwood with a game-high 22 points. 18 came in the second half alone as her squad cruised to a 76-43 win. Essence says the game did feature some adversity, and it was great. Junior guard Trinity Harris scored half of her 14 points in the first quarter. She says it took a little of the players talking as a team to get each other hyped up to get the press going. Head coach Vincent Brown Sr. says they want to be able to play all 9 players as everybody can contribute in some way. Wildwood girls' next game is going to be on November 28th at home against Eastside. And after a tough loss Monday at the Buckshot O'Brien Classic in Clearwater, the Villages High School boys varsity basketball team rebounded quickly on Tuesday night, earning a 52-50 overtime win against Tampa Wharton. Senior guard Ben Kubek hit the winning mid-range jumper. VHS head coach Colt McDowell says that is why they call him Big Shot Ben. Ben scored the team's final 6 points in the win with 13 points overall. The Buffalo will now travel to Orlando to face Olympia in Florida's Get Down Holiday Tournament Saturday. You can read more about these 3 high school basketball games in Wednesday's sports section of your Daily Sun. It's time now for a brief commercial break. We'll be right back.
Stay with us. More Villages lifestyle news is coming up right after this on VNN.
So one of the favorite things I experience as an audiologist is, this is going to sound weird, it's earwax removal. It's called cerumen management professionally. So what we do with the Villages Health is we use a device called the Irrigator. It is the coolest device. Most people call it almost like an ear spa, like you're getting a massage. It's body temperature water that comes out in a steady flow that almost feels like your ear canal is getting massaged. It takes seconds in most cases, minutes every once in a while. The wax comes out and you're feeling great. So you don't have to be a patient of the Villages Health. Our audiologists are specialists that take just about every insurance. We're happy to adopt you just for earwax removal.
Going on now at Kart World Golf Cars, the summer clearance. All new 2023 club cars and Garias must go.
Buy now and save big. Model year and discounts up to $1,250.
Whether you're in the market for a 2, 4, or 6-seater with gas, electric, or lithium power, Kart World has it.
There's never been a better time to buy.
Hurry, don't miss out. When these cars are gone, so are these prices.
The Villages Philharmonic Orchestra wants to invite you inside the Sharon L. Morse Performing Arts Center for a special presentation. Here's conductor Pasquale Valerio to tell you more.
Celebrate the opening holiday season with a fantastic masterpiece by George Friedrich Handel, The Messiah. The music is fantastic because The Messiah is a monument in the history of music, of oratorio music, of sacred music. And play this music is not easy because it required style, interpretation, and especially the music and the word need to have one soul, one heart in the performance. So it's very hard to put together, but it's very joyful to play it until we celebrate with all audience sing along with the Philharmonic, the Alleluia Chorus. And this make very special for us to celebrate the holiday season. We will be at the Sharon Morse Performing Arts Center with the Opera Orlando Choir and the Villages Philharmonic Orchestra under my direction with fantastic soloists on Tuesday, November 28th, start at 7 p.m.
You can purchase your tickets to Messiah 2023 at a Villages box office location or just go online to thevillagesphilharmonic.org.
Clap your hands and stomp your feet. Time now for the Villages Entertainment Beat.
I'm Natalie, here with your Entertainment Beat. The Villages Entertainment has new shows going on sale every Wednesday, and here's what we're looking forward to. Come spend Christmas in the Sharon lobby with Sean and Gary as they share the keys to Christmas with piano and organ, December 15th. The 17th anniversary of the original cabaret featuring your favorite Villager performers will return to Savannah Center January 20th. Evolution Dance is preparing for their next event, A Night at the Museum, bringing art to life through dance, January 24th and 25th. And join in on the delightful program of Austrian folk songs and classical masterpieces with the Vienna Boys Choir at the Sharon February 2nd. Have the time of your life when you see the Righteous Brothers coming to the Sharon on March 6th. Etta Mae and Southern Fried Chicks are heading to the Sharon for a night of funny, clean stand-up comedy on April 13th. Change the World, songs of inspiration, love, and hope for world peace, featuring Maestro Bill Doherty, Angie Rose, Mary Jo Vitale, and many more popular performers will be on sale soon for a March 15th performance at the Sharon. There are always new shows going on sale each week, so be sure to keep an eye out for these shows and more on our website at thevillagesentertainment.com, or head on over to one of our box office locations or give us a call. That's your beat, and I'll see you next time.
Thanks, Natalie. If you enjoy free musical entertainment, well, the Villages might be the place for you. These are the bands scheduled to play for you on Thanksgiving night. That's all the news we have for you now. Pick up a copy of Thursday's Daily Sun to learn about 23 ways this community gave thanks this year. Keep embracing the Village's active adult lifestyle, and we all hope you have a great Thanksgiving.
Thanks for watching your VNN Lifestyle News Show.
You want to enjoy your home, we know. To live well is to eat well. Doc's Restorations knows you want a beautiful kitchen to enjoy your favorite meals with your family. Licensed, bonded, and insured, we can make it happen. Bathroom? We work with trusted brands and American-made materials for a squeaky clean result. Family owned and operated for over 14 years, experienced craftsmen and design consultants. We stand on it. We'll make you look like a million. It's up to you what you tell your neighbors. And much more. So relax. Doc's Restorations will take care of it all for you. One company, one source, one solution.
Hi, we want to wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year. And Happy Holidays from WVLG.
We'd like to wish you a very Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas from our family to yours.
And the best New Year's ever.
Merry Christmas.
Celebrate the season.
Happy New Year.
wishing you a great holiday season.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.
Happy holidays from all of us at WVLG.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays.
We want to wish you a very Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year. Thanks for listening.
Happy holidays from your village's holiday soundtrack, WVLG.